Hey everybody. Hey, welcome to Ranging with Ricardo. I'm Nikki. This is the channel. We're here for another recap review of SISTAS. And let me tell you something, these SISTAS recap reviews, they get shorter and shorter. But you know what? It's not the easiest one I do. I know that, right? Ciao. Okay. So before we get into it, hi, hello, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, please like, comment, subscribe, turn your post notifications on, and share me with your people. If you're not new here, still like, comment, subscribe, turn your post notifications on, and share me with your people because hey, you may not like me, but somebody out there does. If you want to follow me on social media, you want to buy my merch, you want to buy my lip gloss, you want to buy my Amazon KDP books, you want to bless your girl with just a little bit of something because it was on your heart and you felt it in your spirit, you need to, a way to contact me for business, or when I put out my Christmas list, wish list, you want to go ahead and bless me with my little Christmas wish list gifts, then you'll find all of that in the description box down below, right here on the screen. And sometimes you might find this stuff in the community tab. When will y'all get the mole? I don't know. Whenever I decide to finish watching it. Um, and then, I want to do a game night. I know I want to set that up. I really want to do a game night. So I'm gonna figure out how to do that. Maybe we'll do some trivia or something like that. Just something fun to do. Um, I know I need to bring back Am I the A-hole Reddit stories. There will be more taking a looks before the seasons and so on and so forth. We working, okay? We working over here. So let's get into this recap review. Shout out to Paris because Robert, I don't know, I don't care. He not my type no more. I don't like him because of the way what he said to Andy. Listen, I get your feelings is hurt. I get that you feel some type of way, but you didn't have to basically call that lady a 304 who needs to go down to the free clinic. You didn't have to do that, sir. But Paris is, doing his little job through the office, and Robert asked him, Andy, Paris, yeah, I know her through the job. Have you ever did X, Y, and Z with her? Sir, no. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. I just be in here doing my job. I'm a good Christian man. I go home. I do my side businesses. I don't do nothing else. I don't fraternize with the other people at the job. Shout out to Paris. He don't kiss and tell. Good for you. Good for you. That was hold on, make sure it was simple and easy, because it's just like he don't kiss and tell, and it's just like shout out to listen, Paris is the epitome of I'll be minding my business, and if something happen, you'll never know. Unlike Hayden, Gary, Robin, he actually has respect for the women in his life. His mama taught him well. Shout out to Miss Irene. Shout out to Miss Irene. And oh yeah, that's right. Paris did say something to Andy now. So ooh, child, a mess. Danny, listen, Danny, you got to stop bringing these strays home. Child, Danny done brought home a hobosexual. And if y'all don't know what a hobosexual is, that is a person who will sleep with you, no matter your age, your gender, your sexuality, will sleep with you consensually, of course, to get housing. They will be laid up in your house, not paying a bill, eating up all the snacks, eating up all the food, won't cook, won't clean, won't do nothing. But they are, hunching on you for housing. He's a homosexual, and he's a homosexual with no skills in the sex department. Yeah, always bringing home somebody who, mm, ooh, so sad, so sad. Once again, Calvin and Q are going back and forth about, the fact that that man is up there laying up there smoking, drinking, having sex with women's all up in Maurice's room, laying about on the couch, and Calvin keep telling him he got to go, and Q keep punking Calvin out, and Calvin keep telling him he got to go, and Calvin continues to get the man to, say that he set Marisa Sabrina up. But why he continues to let this man punk him, I don't know. Why he continues to not record this man, I don't know. But he gonna be up in that apartment getting on your nerves until you decide to stop working on offense and start working on defense. And defense says record his raggedy tail, admitting that he set them people up, change the goddamn locks, change the lease, do what you need to do to make sure that man can't get back up in that house. Put a restraining order out on him. Okay? I don't know how many rights squatters have in Georgia, but I don't think he has that many. Moving on. Y'all down there to the, to sit down with Zach, Karen, Aaron, and her mama, Miss Lisa. Oh, Lord. Basically, she decided to, in a little letter to express her feelings, decided to down Zach to bring up Aaron and talking about, I wish I would have met you first. Hold on. I wish I would have met you first. Because if I had met you first, then I would have known what it feels like to be loved. And I met someone who was a fool, and it just wasn't good. Like, she sang all this while crying, and I feel like, because people were like, why is that crying? I feel like he was crying because it's just like all this stuff. You are bashing me, you are taking digs at me for the reason why you don't know how to love. And it's just like people forget Karen moved on first. Karen was with Aaron first. She almost had Zach, like, not almost, she had Zach arrested for credit card theft and identity theft because she felt like he signed up for some credit cards in her name and it wasn't him. For the first 15 minutes of this episode, she bashed him until she couldn't bash him no more to bring Aaron up. And every time Zach was ready to leave, Miss Lisa was like, it's not a request, sit down. And Karen's like, yeah, that's what you always do. When someone says something you don't like, you leave. And it's just like, ain't nobody about to continue to sit here and let you bash them constantly for 15 minutes straight so you could big up the person who you don't want to be with / want to be with that you moved on first with. And it's just like people are like, but y'all forget what Zach did. And it's just like, no, we don't forget what Zach did. We get that Zach was a dog. We get that. We get he was a dog. He dogged her out, brought STDs back, but she did the same too. We get all the stuff that he did. But as you try to move, they were toxic together. She moved on first. Zach eventually moves on, gets his life in order, is doing everything she wanted him to do for someone else. He did handed back all the money he took from her, borrowed, took whatever, plus some. He just wasn't here like, here, let me write you a check. Here's the money, I got from you. It was also money on top of that. And he has continuously apologized to this lady for hurting her and doing the things that he did to her while they were in a relationship. She won't let go because the life she wanted was Zach gave to Fatima, and she can't fathom, she cannot understand why he just not does not want to be back with her. And it's just like, now that he is the man she wants him to be, why he won't come back to her. And it's just like, even if Aaron was not a factor into this, even if Fatima wasn't a factor into this, somebody else would be a factor in this. And it would be somebody else and he still wouldn't go back to you. Or even if Zach said, okay, I don't want to be with Fatima, I want to be with you. And you said, I don't want to be with Aaron, I want to be with you. Y'all still would not be good together. And the same things that were happening before in your relationship, he would go back to doing. If Karen and Zach were still together, Deja, the neighbor who just doesn't know how to take a hint and leave people alone, the tenant, Zach would have already been at her house doing whatever he wanted to do with her. Zach wouldn't have said nothing to his friend down there on Zatima, who was using the backyard and hot tub to hunch that lady. He would have been doing all that. They're not good together. Karen and Zach are not good together. They're toxic. They do not belong together. And that lady believes they belong together, but it's just like, y'all don't. Y'all don't. And she was like, it wasn't about, it wasn't, bashing or anything. It wasn't. Oh, snap. So I got okay, so boom, because I'm going to read it to y'all. I don't have Aaron's letter, but somebody posted the crumpled up, so I'm going to hold on because it's on Twitter, so I'm going to read it to y'all. So, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. We're not doing that. Yeah, no. See, spammers try to come up in here. So before I get into the letter, so Fatima, Angela, how's Bryce? Because Bryce likes the Menses, and we don't judge. But how is that relationship working out with you? She, Fatima needs to check her because Angela talked too much. Um, she always yapping at the mouth. Andy and Madam. Now, obviously, Madam and Fatima are cousins. They cousins. Madam want Fatima to come down back to the club and manage it because they be making a lot of money. But Fatima like, I'm gonna do it. The law, baby, the law. Madam is the one who had the boys put the hands on Hayden and strip him naked and put him on the car. Um, Madam knows about the Sabrina situation, so obviously it's not a good situation. But she knows about the Sabrina situation, and she could help, but it would not be in the legal way. Just being honest, just being real. And, we all know that Zach wanted Fatima to go down there to Karen's apartment with him for a little sit down, and she said no. But Madam eventually convinces her that, yeah, you need to go ahead and check that, nip that in the bud, because if you don't, it's going to continue. And we see at the end of this episode, she does go show up to the apartment, and she going to be with Zach when his letter get read, and Karen say whatever she want to say to him. But it's just like, it does not matter what you say. It does not matter what you do. He's not coming back to you. He does not want to be with you. He's not in love with you. He has love for you, always will, but he is not in love with you. And that's the thing you have to realize. Someone can love you, but they cannot be in love with you. And when they're not in love with you, especially relationship wise, that means, yeah, this not gonna work no more. But she does show up at the end of the episode to be with Zach by his side. Now, Andy leaves. I don't remember verbatim exactly if she was going to take Madam's help, but I doubt it. And I think Robin called her. Yeah, Robin called her, and she basically didn't want to talk to Robin unless it had something to do with work. But she ended up leaving, and she's like, "You want to hunch that man?" Because the next episode, the next clips we see for the next episode, she down there in her pink lingerie, and I said, "No, you was going to hunch that man. You just don't know when to quit." Now, Madam, Angela, and Fatima go over there to Deja's because Deja has decided once again to play her music loudly so Zach will come over there and tell her to turn that ish down. Yeah, not Angela, Deja had decided to turn her music up so Zach will come over there. Madam Angela and Fatima head over there, and Madam is hiding behind like the little wall while Fatima and Angela all up, like, up close and personal with Deja. Deja going off, talk about y'all not gonna do nothing. And I'll let you close my hand in the door. And ain't nobody worried about you. And you not gonna do nothing. And I put hands on the both of y'all. And all Madam had to do was reach over and tap Deja on the shoulder. She was like, hold on, I'm still going. Tap tap. She turns around. She sees Madam. Her whole thing changed. The rah stops because now Madam up in here, and she was like, Madam. So she knows who Madam is, and she know Madam don't play, and she don't play about her money or her blood. If a team is her blood, now they get her together. They get her together now. She gotta get together. Madam had to go ahead and get Miss Girl together. She wasn't expecting it. She didn't think so, and I play the audio.
Tima? Bitch, don't call me that. Okay. Fatima? Apologize. Okay. I had been arguing with somebody earlier and you got the tail end and that wasn't for you and your beautiful friends. I didn't mean none of that. I like what you're talking now. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm cool. You cool? Yeah. We good? I don't want to have to come back over here and have a conversation with you again. I'll be clear. Yes, yeah. Me neither. Me neither. Good. So if Fatima tells me anything about you flirting with her man, if she tells me anything about you playing your man, I fear her.
So yeah, Madam told Deja, go ahead and apologize. And if you keep playing and she tell me you're playing, I'm come back over here. And Deja don't want that. She real scared of Madam. And that's a good thing. Now Angela wouldn't be in my goddamn circle because all the bad stuff she has ever heard about Zach, everything bad thing Zach has ever done in his life, she telling that to Madam. And she already know Madam don't play about Fatima. And it's just like, girl, shut up. Girl, shut up. Stop talking. Stop. Child, and then let me read y'all what this letter say. Hold on, cause my iPhone updated or whatever. But let me read y'all what the Zach letter say. Zach, one day I wonder why I started hating butterflies so much. Then I remember the day we met on the train. A butterfly got on, and you ran like a batch. The whole train was laughing so hard when you literally fell on me. Now, every time I see a butterfly, I don't even see the beauty in it. I just feel a crushing weight, like being with you. That is what you have done to me. Everything, and I mean everything, that was supposed to be beautiful, you have ruined for me. Girl, okay. I hate that I have this man that wants to live I hate that I have this man that wants me to love him, but when I see him, I see you. I hate that I have wasted 3 years of my life hoping that you would change, hoping that you would give even a fraction of what you took, that you wouldn't meet with your coworkers and strippers, that you would decide not to hurt me again and again. And I hate that after all that, I still trusted you. I hate that I spend so much of my hard earned money on you. But I kept saying to myself, just hold on, just hold him down. He's going to get better. He's going to hold on. And I don't know where the rest of the. Okay, so the rest of that letter is covered up. So the other part of her letter is covered up to Zach, which annoys me because it's just like, I want that other part. Okay. Now, I didn't seem like, listen, y'all got to get. I wish I had the other part of the letter. The girl who played the woman who plays Karen posted it to the Twitter, and it's just like, you could have posted that other page. But I'm gonna just say this about the situation. I'm gonna say this about the situation. If you feel like he took all that stuff from you, if you did, then you need therapy. Therapy to work it out. You then need to tell him exactly how you feel, get that weight off of you, and then leave him alone. The issue with Karen is she keeps holding on to him, and he has told her multiple times he don't want to be with her. She then showed up to his house, got embarrassed. Fatima didn't have to check her, and she still won't leave him alone. Still won't leave him alone. So you are doing this to yourself at this point. But like I said, shout out to Madam for, checking Deja and letting her know quit playing with us. We don't know if Madam is gonna show up on some more episodes. If she does, I'd be glad to see her. I really would. But next episode, Danny gonna be dealing with the homosexual. It's gonna be more Calvin and Q issues. I don't know who down at Andy house. It could be Gary. It could be no, it's not Gary, because Gary and Hayden is trying to take over the law firm, and they talking about how Robert don't have that much juice. He don't have that much pull, and it's just like, well, he had pull enough to get Fatima and Zach out the clanker and whatever whatever what is it? Whatever restraining order Hayden think he has, he does not have. So he got some pull, but they trying to take over the law firm, which is stupid. I wouldn't do business with either one of them. Um, and Paris ain't gonna say nothing to nobody about what him and old girl Andy was doing, because he know how to keep it cute and keep it mute. Okay, he don't pillow talk with nobody. He not telling y'all how he got down, because you don't need to know that. What you need to know is I do my job. And Deja got checked again, which she needed to be checked again, so she knows to stop doing whatever she doing, because he not about to come over here and do nothing for you. Okay, nothing. And like I said, Fatima popped up, and somebody on Twitter talking about, I knew Fatima was gonna pop the fuck up because she has never let Zach do something alone, especially when it's a request. I can guarantee we're not gonna get to this. And it's just like, first of all, he wanted her to go with him. He wanted her to go with him, and she said no. And Paris did tell Andy what happened, but she got an attitude, and it's just like, girl, girl, girl. Don't get an attitude with Paris because he's telling you the real. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't you get an attitude with him, because if Paris didn't tell you nothing, you would still be in, like, you wouldn't know nothing. You would still be operating at a deficit. So, with that being said, that was it. That was all. I ain't got no more to give y'all when it comes to this show. Listen, the writing, I'm gonna leave it alone. But I was glad to see Madam. I was glad to see Madam. I'm glad Paris don't be pillow talking and telling the business. Shout out to the shout out to Paris, he the real MVP. Um, Danny needs to stop taking people home. I know that. Stop bringing people home. And if you don't go talk to Preston, we gonna have a problem. Cause Preston, 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 Preston. Lord, we loves us some Preston. Okay. If you don't go talk to that man, you're gonna continue to bring home strays. What happened to the cop? Oh yeah, that's right. You said you weren't dealing with him no more because he put your bestie for resties in the clanker. Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. That's what you did. You said you weren't gonna deal with him no more. So if you are new here and you like the content, like, comment, subscribe, turn the post notifications on, and share me with your people. Even if you don't like me or the content, somebody out there does. So go ahead and share me with them. Share the content with them. Share the channel with them. Share all my social medias with them. And then you can find everything in the description box and on the screen. The description box down below, on the screen, and possibly in the community tab. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.